If we were to be the face and voice of recovery and go tell our story, tell it every chance we got to everybody we came in touch with, we can reverse probably at least 50% of those people and make believers out. We're not going to get everybody to believe. That'll never happen. But by God, we can turn half of them around. So as history goes by, history's on our side. History will show one day who and what we are.
Alcoholism has too long been a taboo subject, just as tuberculosis used to be 40 years ago. We're trying to teach people the truth, that alcoholism is a disease, and that because it is a disease, it should have no stigma attached to it.
Marty Mann was doing recovery advocacy for many, many decades, educating communities about the realities of alcoholism, and had really sort of set the stage for a lot of recovery advocacy that happened a few decades later.
Alcoholics should be dealt with like other sick persons, in hospitals and clinics, not in jails. Alcoholism, America's fourth greatest public health problem, can be solved by community action. The National Committee stands ready to help your community plan such action.
The National Council on Alcoholism brought 50 people here, all distinguished in various fields. All are recovered alcoholics, and this is the first time some of them have publicly revealed their problem.
I think all these illustrious individuals who are here are hoping that the stigma that's always been attached throughout history to the disease of alcoholism will be somewhat removed. This might be the beginning. It is a disease.
It was a phenomenal event. It included people like astronaut Buzz Aldrin, baseball stars like Don Newcombe and Ryan Duran, politicians like Congressman Wilbur Mills, Senator Harold Hughes, and others.
An enormous turning point in the history of not only advocacy, but in the history of attitudes towards alcoholism.
NCA was founded by a woman who is an alcoholic. Not was, but is. Although I stopped drinking over 35 years ago.
As a person in long-term recovery from an illness that has no cure, but an illness that has a solution.
I would not be standing here today, continue bettering myself as a man, as a father, owning a home. Everything that recovery has given me today, I got it. So now it's my turn to teach you that recovery works.
Look out!
Like the AIDS quilt moment on this mall nearly 30 years ago, I hope people will look back decades from today and say today was the start of something truly extraordinary.
Today is an awareness, the beginning of a national awareness.
More Americans now die every year from drug overdoses than they do in car crashes.
Enough is enough. No one needs suffer or die from addiction.
So let's get together and put an end to addiction.
We will face addiction together.
No longer will we allow our congressmen to be able to ignore the voice of the 85 million Americans impacted by addiction.
I say we make history. That's what I say.